let's just get the fuck away from that currency, because they're getting away from American dominance. You know, when a ruling class rules with power, with money. All right. So if you ain't dealing with that country's money anymore, then their power is dwindling.
And they look at you as an enemy. Okay, because it's like it's business. Okay, if you have a business, you got the same goods that this other country has or another business has, because a lot of countries, okay, they were making deals with America because of its military aid, its military weapons. Now they see the military weapons of Russia. A lot of these countries are saying, no, I want the S-400. I want the S-300. So this builds competition between Russia and America. And when you're competing with somebody, you're not somebody's friend when you compete with them, man. When you got two boxers in a ring competing over the belt, are they in there to hug and hold heads? No, they're in there trying to kill one another, trying to knock one another's heads off, man. Well, that's what's going to happen between America and Russia, man.
Yeah, because relations are made strong through trade, man. You can't trade with a country that's using a different currency. All right? And the reason why they're getting away from America is because they see all the wickedness that America pushes. All right? They see all the sanctions, all the hell that America's putting on these different countries. All right? They don't want to let them. They don't want to let them live according to their own laws. They don't want to have. They don't want to let them have what's that, sovereignty? All right? To rule their own country as they see fit. All right? Esau always wants to have his hand in everybody's pocket. He wants to be telling everybody what to do, how to do it. All right? And so these other nations are getting tired of that shit, man. All right, and Russia's stepping in like, look, America needs to fucking back the hell up, man. Y'all need to chill out. And so what you got now is you got two superpowers that are bumping heads with each other, man. All right, and Russia feels like they're the ones that are fit to rule now, man.
Says their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children.
Yeah, man. So they're going to come through. They're going to be slaying men, women, children. All right, they ain't going to give a shit. All right, they don't care how old you are. They don't care if you're an old-ass man or a baby. All right? They're going to drop nuclear missiles on this place and completely destroy it, man. All right? Which is going to destroy hundreds of millions of families, man. Okay? It's a terrible thing that the Lord's about to do.
It says, shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. They shall not spare children. When these nukes fall, they're not going to say, oh, they're not going to stop them in air. Oh, it's a baby. No, man, that's the terribleness of the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord is not a respecter of persons. He going to drop these bombs on these fucking newborns, man. Why? Because you got to understand that everybody is reincarnated. This little baby, okay, was a fucking demon, all right, in its past life. In its prior life, man. Okay? That's why it's for us to understand judgment, man. And when you read in the Apocrypha, okay, 2nd Esdras, it tells you judgment. You're reincarnated to receive your judgment. So that's why there's a big baby boom in America, man. To receive that judgment, man. Okay? This is verse 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, which Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by fire. Alright? It was nothing, it was like pure sulfur, man. Right? Everything got turned into salt. Lot's wife got turned into a pillar of salt. Right? You think there wasn't families in Sodom and Gomorrah? There wasn't children? There wasn't women, there wasn't old people, young people.
And the neighboring cities.
And the neighboring cities. So the Lord sent those angels to completely wipe that shit out. Right? You have, because this place is pretty much Sodom and Gomorrah.
This is Sodom and Gomorrah.
All over again, man.
Yeah,
you got
spiritually.
You got all these kids that are fucking being born. All these little bastard kids that are born by like 7 different fathers, one mother. You know what I mean? Like that movie, Don't Be a Menace, the comedy one. She said she has like 20 kids. Say, what do you say when you meet a nice new man? They all scream, "Are you my daddy?" That's America, man. This is what goes on here, man. You got these women that have kids. All right, they're with another man. They have a kid from somebody else, and they'll tell this dude that they'll either tell this dude that it's his kid, or they'll try and abort it before the science. You know what I mean? Before it's noticeable. That's the type of shit that goes on here.
It says, "It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there."
The Arabian won't even pitch tent there. You know how Arabs are; they want to set up shop everywhere.
They got stores everywhere.
They'll set up a lemonade stand out front of your house, man. Try and sell you some lemonade. Just like that movie Aladdin, you had that dude set up the tent trying to sell him the lamp. He's like, it's a magic lamp.
Which when you go deep into the word Arab means mingled. Okay, and who was mingled amongst them was Ishmael, Elon, and some Hamites, man. You know, when you really go into the word Arab. Okay, and you see it. It's a lot of Cushites. They have these shops. There's a Cushite store down the street. Okay, Elon, all right, Abishah. Then there's Ishmael or Elon more down there. Okay, it's Elon, Ishmael, and fucking Ham. Okay, that got these stores, these tents everywhere, man. And that's the Arabs. Okay, now for the Jews' sake, we say so-called Arabs as reference to Ishmael, so you can understand. You know, but when you dig deep into the word Arab, it means mingled. Okay, it doesn't just mean Ishmael; it means mingled. All right, but for the Jews' sake, okay, just so you can understand, we use the Arabs, okay, or Arab to represent, or Ishmael or so-called Arab to represent Ishmael. Okay. It says, "But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there, and the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces, and her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged."
Yeah. And her days shall not be prolonged. This place ain't got too much longer, man. We're in the last moments of this place before the Lord destroys it. Wickedness is so. You see everything on the horizon. You see all the prophecies coming to pass, man. All right, the RFID chip being the last one, that's already here, man. All right, you already got millions of people that are chipped. All right, with the RFID chip, it's already here, man. People are already doing it. All right, we're just waiting for them to make it mandatory, to make it a law that you have to get a microchip. Otherwise, you'll be a outcast of society, or they'll destroy you. You know what I mean? You'll either be on the run, or they're gonna find you and torture you and put you to death. And this place is gonna look like nothing but a desert. You're just gonna see all rubble all over the place from these buildings being knocked down. Different wild desert creatures swimming in this. I ain't gonna have no people ain't happening here. You ain't gonna have no Moabites over here. All right, the Arabians shall not pitch tent here, man.
18 to 15.
Ain't nobody gonna be dwelling in this place, man. This place is gonna be a memorial of judgment. It's gonna show you what happens when you buck up against the Lord, man. All right, when you try and literally fight against the Heavenly Father. This America is gonna be a monument of what happens to you when you fuck with the Most High, man. Which that's what He created Esau to do. He created Esau to fuck with the Most High. Go ahead, what do you got?
Revelation 18, 15. This is Revelation 18, verse 15. "The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, and saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, precious stones, and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster, and all the company in ships, and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Yeah, and America's a great city. Okay, it's great in like the lights and things you see. Okay, it's entertainment. America is where it's where it's popping. That's why a lot of these countries want to come here. Okay, they call it the scriptures call it the Golden City. All right, but her destruction is near. Why? Because of its iniquity, man. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai going to destroy America, man. All right, which is known as Babylon in the scriptures, the merchant city, man. It says for in 1 hour is it going to be destroyed, man. And what's going to dwell here after it's destroyed with these nukes is nothing but these desert creatures, man. All right? Go ahead on.
And cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city?
Yeah, that's what these nations are going to say when they're seeing America being burnt. Because they've made so much bread off of America, man. All these heathen have made so much money with all their businesses they got out here, man. Okay? You got a lot of fucking Elamites that own these Taco Bells, man. Okay? You got a lot of these Elamites that own Taco Bells, that own McDonald's, all right? They own a lot of these liquor stores, these gas stations, okay? That's what it means by the Arabian shall not pitch his tent there, man. Okay? What on?
It's like you can find anything in America.
Anything.
You can find everything. All sorts of precious ointments, oils, all sorts of precious metals, stones.
It goes into that.
Everything you can think of is here in America in excessive amounts. All right, ridiculous amounts, and it's all here off of the back of slaves, man. All right, off of the destruction and colonization of other countries, especially South America, which is where like Puerto Rico, rich port. That's why you get a lot of riches that come from these different lands, man. All right. Esau pretty much colonized, destroyed it, right? Stole everything and brought it to America to be sold, man. It's like a thief that goes and sells. He goes and steals and robs all these other houses and goes to different fences, which these other nations are those different fences, and sells the goods off to.
Yeah, and then Puerto Rico's all jacked up because Esau under the Spanish went there, stole all the gold, okay, put them in slavery, and named it Rich Port because they had a lot of gold, they had a lot of silver, diamonds, precious stones. Wherever you find gold and silver, you're going to find precious stones, okay, because it's found in ore, okay. Gold isn't going to come pure for the most part. You're going to find different metals within it, copper, silver, platinum, different metals. And then amongst those metals, you're going to find precious gems, okay. That's why they named it Puerto Rico, which means rich port. Then after they colonized it, all right, the U.S. colonized it, which is another Edomite country. When they went to war with the Spanish, okay, they stole more resources, which Puerto Rico's cash crop was sugar cane, man. And they wiped out damn near all the sugar cane and left Puerto Rico with nothing. So now Puerto Rico is a default. Is a failing state of the U.S., man. Failing colony of the U.S. That's why something happened not too long ago where the economy out there was collapsing, man. You know? And that's an extension of America, showing you that America's about to have an economic collapse. The Bible talks about America being laden with thick clay, which is talking about its debt. Okay, America's in a heavy debt. When you go to the debt clock of the U.S., it says it's like 20-something trillion. Really, it's like 200 trillion, man. Okay, because Esau just prints money. And then he's in bed with a lot of nations to where everything seems good because they're still doing business, man. there's still blood left in the old lady yet.
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know is that these other countries, these other big countries, they actually hold a lot of America's debt. I can't remember what it's called, but like China and these different countries, they actually hold a piece of America's debt, man. And when these other countries decide to let that debt go, America's going to collapse, man. Because it's just going to pack on. It's going to show you what the actual debt, how much debt America's actually in, man. Because these other countries are going to stop sharing the debt with America. Why wouldn't they? America doesn't want to be peaceful with these other countries anymore. So why would these other countries want to hold on to debt from this country that wants to be enemies with them? All right. And once these other countries they let go of that debt, man, this place is going to sink like the Titanic. Man.
Yeah, God, because that's what you're seeing take place right now, with a lot of these countries like China saying, we don't want U.S. dollars no more. We want gold or something backed by gold. You know. So when all these countries stop doing with the dollar, it's gonna fall. Okay? It's gonna collapse. All right. This is You continue with that. Huh?
And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her coastline, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for God hath avenged you on her.
Yeah, so while all these other nations will be crying and weeping, all right, these different billionaires, these fucking billionaires from China and Dubai and whatnot, heads of giant corporations that come over here to suck the blood out of Jake. It's telling the elect to rejoice over the destruction of America, to be happy about this place being destroyed. All right, we're supposed to be hastening the destruction of America, man. Why would you want to stay in this society and just be a slave for it? All right, you ain't tired of constantly having to wake up every morning, wake up every day, go to work for this damn devil so he can pay you pennies. At the same time, he's reaping all the benefits of your labor. And then when he finally does give you your pennies, he fucking puts it in a bag with holes in it, man. All right, he takes a lot of your pennies out of that bag, man. And what does he do with that money? He ain't fixing nothing. There's piss, there's shit all over the streets, there's homeless everywhere, there's needles everywhere. All right, there's potholes all over these streets. All right, there's fucking drug addicts all over the goddamn place. What the fuck is he doing with your tax money, man? All right, he's giving it to them goddamn so-called Jews over there in Israel is what's happening, man. All right, and these different foundations that he set up to destroy Jake, like Planned Parenthood. All right, it ain't going into no infrastructure. Nothing's being fixed here. Nothing's being done about the wickedness of this place, man. All right, it's all to fund the wickedness of this place, man. It's all to fund these different child sex rings, man. It's to fund all these different transgender operations, man. It's to fund building up the military here. All right. It's not. None of the money that you're paying in taxes goes back to you, man. It goes to these rich bastards, man. It goes to these rich Edomites and these fucking rich other nations, man. That already have the world. All right, but they take the pennies from the poor and put it in their own back pocket, man. That's what's happening to your fucking tax dollars, man. That's what's happening to all that money that they take out of your check every time you get paid. All right, it ain't going to you. It ain't going to help you. All right, you think these damn rich assholes gotta pay taxes? The Rothschilds don't even gotta pay money for anything. All right, they go to a restaurant, they go to a bar, they get everything free just because of who they are, man. All right. Meanwhile, you got to pay top dollar for anything that you want. All right. And if you poor, you want things that are cheap, man. You got to get hand-me-downs. All right, or makeshift, or what do they call generic shit, man. Fake ass rip off shit, man. That's all they do is they rip off the poor, man. And the poor is so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. All right, you're the ones that's in the hoods. You're the ones that's in the traps. You're the ones that's in the barrios, man. All right, you're the ones that's on the bottom of this society. All right, getting stepped on by the so-called white man. You want to stay here in this place, man? You You want to continue to be a slave to this man that don't give a shit about you? Really, all he does is think about what different ways that he can destroy you, different ways that he can kill you, new ways that he can keep on taking money out of your pocket, destroy your family. So you got something?
Yeah, good. This is, what do you got? This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his! How long unto him that layeth himself with thick clay?
And that's what we're doing out here. We're taking up a taunting proverb against the so-called white man, all right? Really, the Edomites, okay? We're taking up a taunting proverb against the elites. We're telling you, look, you don't have much longer before you have to repay the debt, all right, that you've gotten yourself into, man. All right? The America's debt is nowhere near Esau's debt as a whole, man. All right? These Edomites have so much to pay for it. And the Lord's going to have to put the spirit on them just to be able to go through what they're about to go through, man. All right? Because what they're about to go through is straight hell, man. All right, and it's going to be it's going to be righteous judgment for everything that you've done in the earth, man. All right, from you low-level ass Edomites that don't even know what the hell is going on, all the way to the top elites, which the top elites are going to be the first one to get snagged up and put into slavery. All right, and you're going to bring the rest of your nation back so that you can be destroyed. All right.
Yeah, because when you go into the word, okay, for clay, all right, it's I bought ya, and it says weight of pledges, heavy debts, okay, something pledged, pawn goods, thick clay. So it just means heavy debt, all right. In America, Esau has heavy debt, man. Okay. So I'm gonna continue. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Yeah, man, booties. Rise up suddenly, man. They're gonna vex you. All right? There's gonna be all types of civil uprisings in America. Not only that, you got these other nations that are getting ready to fire nukes on this place and completely destroy it, man. All right? So it's gonna come suddenly. All right, it's gonna be at a moment's notice. All right, Esau's gonna have his plan rolling, and then just chaos is gonna ensue. It tells you in the scriptures that the Russian Edomites are gonna have an evil thought. All right, they're just gonna fucking go, man. There's gonna be a time when all relations are gonna break down, and these Russians are just gonna go to war. All right, they're gonna attack this country. All right?
Yeah, I got that.
Tells you this.
It's Ezekiel 38, verse 9. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, and thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee.
Yeah, like that movie Red Dawn. You see that movie Red Dawn, you see like all the planes that was coming, all the helicopters that was coming. There were foreign troops from Russia. All right, and they were landing. They were killing off all these Americans, man, putting them in concentration camps. All right, that's gonna happen. America's gonna get attacked. It talks about the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, because this place hasn't seen a major war. All right, this place has never been actually attacked by another country.
It says, "Thou shalt," verse 10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought."
Thou shalt think an evil thought. Russia's gonna be like, man, we could just take them out, man. All right, we could just destroy them. All right, we could take over. All right, we could rule the world, man. All right, and we'll gather up all these nations. We'll come against America. All right. These other nations have already laid snares for America. I've read articles that talk about Russian traps that are set around the coast of America, man. All right, little nukes that are getting ready to detonate. All right, EMP bombs going on. The internet's going to be shut down, man. All right. All these different things that you people enjoy here in America is going to be taken away from you at a moment's notice. All right, and nothing's going to be in front of your face except for death and destruction. Okay.
God, it says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
Unwalled villages. That's why Trump talking about building a wall. Trump ain't gonna build a wall, man. It tells you in the scriptures that this is the land of unwalled villages. All right, there ain't no walls separating these different states. All right, and there ain't no walls that are keeping anybody out. And there ain't gonna be a wall to keep anybody out. Let's say it's the Bible.
Yeah, God, and there's really no defense system, okay, to defend. Because see, Russia, Russia and China are developing different missiles and different military vehicles, jets, submarines, bombers that are stealth that Esau can't detect, and they're just gonna come through as if there's no walls to keep them from coming in, man.
Get your wall.
It says, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
And back in the ancient world, a city was defensed by great walls and gates and bars, man. All right, you had to siege a city. Okay, you had to cut off all supply lines from the city so that they couldn't get food or water. Right? They would be starving to death inside the walls while they're trying to hold out against the force that's battling against them. All right? And this place, it's already been proven that America's defense system is outdated. It's already been proven that America's defenses ain't going to be able to stop Russian military like that.
It says to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of them.
This is Joel, chapter 2, verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
That's what we do. We come out here week in and week out, man. All right, blowing the trumpet. We're trying to warn you people, you stupid ass people, man. To see all these things coming to pass and ignore them, all right? Because you in darkness, you ain't in the light, man. All right, all your wickedness is blinded you people, man. All right, you can't see what's right in front of your face. You can't see this place deteriorating right in front of your face, man. All right, and we're blowing the trumpet, man. All right, we're letting you know that the day of the Lord cometh, and it's a terrible day. It's a day of darkness, man. All right. It's not a day of peace.